The Russian Hulk Denis Cyplenkov did not get the desired outcome at East vs West 10 against the defending champion Devon No Limits Larratt. But what's this written on Denis Cyplenkov's cap which started a new controversy? We'll discuss that. Hello and welcome everyone. In today's video, we will be discussing three topics. First one is about Devon Larratt suggesting a new opponent for Schoolboy, the most famous arm wrestler in the world. Then after that, this controversial issue about Denis Cyplenkov. And finally, I'll quickly show you in about 30 seconds or so all of the results of the Senior Asian Arm Wrestling Cup. So let's start with the first one. Devon said this about Schoolboy. Lot of people think that Schoolboy isn't that good. I personally know that Schoolboy is gonna mess up a lot of people. A lot of people. Well, Devon did practice with Schoolboy in 2020, I think it was, right around the COVID time when everything got cancelled, and he kind of knows where Schoolboy's strength level can be at that time. Since 2020, Devon has progressed a lot, but I think Schoolboy could have progressed even further. So Devon can easily analyze where Schoolboy is sitting right now. Recently, he defeated the Malaysian super heavyweight champion Mike Ford very easily, very dominantly while posing with him during the match. So Devon suggested a super match between RVJ and Schoolboy. These two did face each other in tournament format in 2018. Schoolboy got something on RVJ, but then the experience, the positioning of the hand and the strength of the hand was way too much from RVJ and he got the win. Right now, I think this can end up in a mismatch. I know it's not easy to take RVJ's hand, but Schoolboy is way bigger now. He was literally a Schoolboy back in 2018. Now, right now, he isn't. He's weighing around 120 kilos and I think he's going to mess RVJ up. RVJ can have lots of exciting matches, but I think the Schoolboy match isn't one of them. Schoolboy versus John Brzezinski is a much better and a much closer match than Schoolboy versus RVJ in my opinion. However, I believe that in next year, Schoolboy can be the favorite against John Brzezinski as well. So there can be two things about this. Every arm wrestler wears their hat backwards when they arm wrestle. Denis did that in the John Brzezinski match as well. Or he did this to show what's written on his cap. And let's read out what's written there. They just can't help themselves. This is a Reddit post. First, we had Vovoda dress up like a Christmas tree to make a statement on international stage. Obviously talking about the Russian colors. My problem is that why nobody comments when Sandris Shedis wears the Latvian arm warmers? Why nobody comments when the Indian arm wrestlers wear the Indian colors on their arm warmers? But suddenly everyone has a problem when the Russians represent their own country. That's kind of hypocritical in my opinion. Now Denis absolutely had to pull this off. I'm not sure if anyone has noticed the label on his cap says something like Great Russian. Basically it's a Russian generic fascist term to elevate themselves above the other nations, but it's juxtaposing themselves, okay, above the minor inferior Ukrainians, which they refer to as inferior Russians. They don't recognize Ukrainians as a separate thing. Okay, that's the basic issue. And people are saying that Denis supports the government, his military, he supports the war in Russia, which is happening in Ukraine right now. And I'm like, who should he support? Ukraine? Is that what you're expecting from a Russian? That's one of the most delusional comments that I've ever read. Let's read this comment. Denis is a low-level deputy in a ruling Russian party called whatever this is. Basically Putin's puppets. This info is from Denis Wikipedia. Vovoda is also in that party. That even further solidifies their reason to support their country. Anyone who does not believe that they wouldn't support, or they would support, I messed up the sentence. Anyone who thinks that he wouldn't support his own country if it is in a war, clearly his country has never been in a war. Everyone would do that, especially the guys who are involved in government positions. This even more solidifies and justifies the fact. I don't see anything wrong with that. First of all, I do believe that if you are not living in Ukraine or Russia, it should be none of your business. Everyone should and everyone will support their country in a war situation, irrespective of what the people believe about them or not, whether they're right or not. In their own mind, everyone is right. The Russians are doing the right thing. The Ukrainians are doing the right thing. In their own mind, nobody is like, yeah, I'm a bad person, I'm an evil person, and I'm going to do the wrong thing. It just doesn't work like that. There were some people commenting under my channel that we should stop watching arm wrestling news because Pradeep talks about Russian arm wrestlers. He promotes their matches on his own channel. And I was like, I felt so embarrassed that anyone with that kind of mentality ever watched any videos on my channel. I wish I could just erase those views from my channel, but it isn't possible. So yeah, I don't support Ukraine. I don't support Russia. It's none of my business. It matters to me exactly this much, zero. But I support the Ukrainians supporting Ukraine, and I support the Russians rooting for Russia, praying for their country to win this war. That's the kind of person I am, and I think that's how you should also be if you're not from these two countries. And finally, I'll show you the results of the recent Asian Arm Wrestling Cup. The live stream is available on World Arm Wrestling Federation YouTube page. I'll quickly show you all of the results, and please join in tomorrow's live stream as well. I thought that I should be talking about something while you are seeing these pictures, but I think you can watch without my beautiful voice for about 20 more seconds. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.